Yes, alright, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for video number 2 on your Friday evening, June the 30th, 2023, the final day of June. So, we are halfway done with 2023. We start the second half of 2023 tomorrow. That'll be July 1st for you dumb people who don't know what it is tomorrow. But we finally made it. We're at the halfway point of 2023, and we got 5 more months to go. Well, actually 6 more months to go, I should say. So, hopefully everybody has a great second half of the year, and if not, well, that's too bad for you. That's pretty much it. So thank you for watching on this Friday night right here on the Peter Joseph channel, youtube.com/PeterJoseph. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to my channels, which are all, this channel and all my other channels are down there in the description box. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, you can go fuck yourself. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a thing, because if you do, you're SOL, and I think we know that what that means. I don't have to tell you. You know, if you miss it, you miss it. And that's pretty much it. So like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit. Pretty much it. Alright, we got taped SmackDown coming up. I already know all the results. Some interesting stuff tonight. We got Santos Escobar taking on Eli Drake. And that's an insult. That's a fact of life. Also taking on Butch in a triple threat match. We got Shotzi Blackheart and Bayley, which was supposed to happen last week. And the same thing with the triple threat match. That's tonight. We got Roman Reigns, our tribal chief. We must acknowledge the chief. Put up your fucking ones, and if you don't, stick it up your ass. Roman will be on the show to address the Usos and that Civil War match tomorrow. Hopefully the Usos get their butts kicked. We'll see what happens with that. And a whole lot more tonight from Jolly Old England Love. And tomorrow night, tomorrow afternoon, here in the States, in jolly old England for Money in the Bank. And we'll see who wins the men and women Money in the Bank. I hope it's Io for the women and Eli for the men, but, you know, Vince McMahon, that idiot that he is, wants Logan Paul to win it. You fucking idiot. Really? And Triple H's like, no, Dad, I don't want that bitch to win the Money in the Bank. I'll tell you the truth, if Logan Paul wins, there's going to be a ton of rants tomorrow night, including me. I will rip this company apart, like I always do, because they can't even debate me, fucking WWE. Fuck them. But it is what it is. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. But in any case, I hope you had a great Friday, everybody. Started the July 4th weekend. Some of you might have 3 days off. Some of you might have 4 days off. But me, I got 5. I'm like Kevin Steen. I got 5. 5 days off, ladies and gentlemen. 5. So off today. I'm off on the weekend, so off tomorrow. Off Sunday. Off Monday, because basically I don't have to do anything. I mean, I could go in Monday if, you know. They said, you know, my boss said, oh, if you want to come in Monday, you could. But I might go in Monday just to earn a little extra cha-ching. And then Tuesday I'm off, because it's 4th of July. And then I'm back to work on Wednesday. And I have a short week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Done. Weekend. Double pay, my friends. Double pay. Gotta love it. And we'll move on with that. But in any case, whatever you're doing this weekend, I hope you have a safe and bountiful and just a safe weekend, July 4th weekend. Don't blow yourselves up. Unless, you know, for some people, you should blow yourself up. But I digress on that. But be safe. You know, tomorrow's a holiday in that shithole country of Canada. It's their Independence Day. But whoop-de-goddamn do, nobody cares. But I digress on that. But here, on Tuesday, we celebrate America, the greatest country in the world, with a shithead for a president. But next year we'll have, Donald Trump is going to be huge. Next year, 2024 to 2025, it's going to be great. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. There's no way that anybody else can beat Trump. You think Biden is going to really get reelected? I think DeSantis, the great man that he is, DeSantis is, I wish him well and everything, but I would not be surprised if he, by the middle of next year, when he's gone and he's out of the race and everything, I would not be surprised if DeSantis is the vice president. I would not be surprised, but we shall see what happens when we get there next year. Right now, we're in the shits, and that's all I gotta say about that. But we move on. All right, enough about politics and all that bullshit. Let's get to the meat and potatoes, because we got SmackDown coming on. I don't want to watch SmackDown. We'll get all that. All right, so check out my first video today, my Darren Drozdog tribute on the Metal Guy channel. And I did not do it for clout. So if you Canucks and you dumbasses think I did it for clout, when I gave myself 8 likes, you can't prove it. And you will never prove it, because I don't like my videos, and I don't watch my videos 25 times, or 50 times, or 150 times, whatever it's up to right now. Can't prove it. I'm not going to show you my watch time hours. I don't have to do that. I don't have to do fucking shit for you dumb fucks. Why don't you show me some actual proof? Then maybe I'll talk to you about it. But right now, I don't have to. Especially for things that have been 12 years old, 11, 12 years old now. Get over it. And if you can't, you got problems. You really got problems. And that's it. Alright, enough about that. It is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite review for June the 28th, I believe. Yeah, June the 28th edition of Dynamite, which came your way on that great station of TBS, and from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. We're still on the Canadian tour. We got, I believe, actually, I think we're done with the Canada tour. I think we got maybe one stop left, and then we're back in the States for the New Jersey show at the Prudential Center. I think it's this week coming up. I gotta check, but July 19th, Blood and Guts 3. Coming away from that great, no, not even great, but that city in Boston, Massachusetts. So that should be bloody, and a lot of guts will be spilled. It's gonna be disgusting. But we move on with that. So anyway, it's a pretty good show on Wednesday. Not ratings wise, because they went down the shit. They're around 800 and somewhat thousand views. And Collision last week, oh boy. They had a big rating for the first episode. Second episode went down, I think, 200,000 or 300,000. That is sad. And Punk's on the show. How do you lose 300,000 people? And this week they're gonna lose a lot more because it's taped. That's sad. Just sad that, even CM Punk can't get him back to 1 million. I don't know, man. I don't know. But they're doing good shows. I mean, Dynamite the last couple weeks has been good. And, I mean, Collision was okay. Not great last week, but still. The ratings don't show it because everybody's out on Saturday night. Everybody doesn't care about Wednesday night. Nobody really cares about wrestling anymore, even though it's starting to get good again. Anyway, but this show on Wednesday night was the fallout from a very good Forbidden Door event let's get into it. As always, Excalibur, Tony Baloney Schiavone, and Taz at ringside. Well, not at ringside, on commentary. So we start off with one hell of a banger match. Big, beefy men slapping the living shit out of each other. Or as JR would say, a slobber knocker. My God, a slobber knocker! So we had Jon Moxley of the Blackpool Cook Club, who came out with Claudio Castagnoli and that idiot Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that comes out, well, with people that think they're his friends, but they're not. So anyway, he takes on Tomohiro Ishii. For Ishii, but it's Ishii. Anyway, coming off his win in the six-man tag team match with, actually not the six-man, it was the, I think it was a 10-man tag team match with the Elite, Eddie, against the Blackpool Cook Club, Takeshita and Shota Umino, which the Elite won. You all know that. Alright, so this, like I said, this was a slobber knocker. They beat the fuck out of each other. Eddie Kingston comes to ringside with a chair to chase off Claudio and Wheeler Yuta. Should have hit Wheeler Yuta in the fucking head because he's a fucking idiot. But I digress. And then it kept going, Eddie continues to stare at Claudio like he had a death stare. He really hates Claudio. All the way since 2008, I think, somewhere around there. The CCW days, and just not good. They do not like each other. I mean, legit, do not like each other. And they're going to fight at Death Before Dishonor in a couple weeks for the Ring of Honor title. I think Eddie will finally win that belt. But we'll see. But anyway, great match. It ends with Moxley. Oh, we got a Lariatsu setting up the sliding lariat by Ishii for a near fall on Moxley, who comes right back with a Death Rider for a near fall. And then Moxley tries for the stomp, didn't get it at first, but on the second try he gets it. Then he picks up Ishii, hits another Death Rider, 1, 2, 3. And Jon Moxley gets the win. And a pretty good match. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. A banger of a match. And once again, big, beefy men slapping the crap out of each other. Loved it. Let me move on. Alright, after the match, Moxley goes up the ramp by himself. And then Eddie Kingston starts yelling at him. And then Moxley starts yelling at him, back at him. And he starts going on a ramp a little bit. Eddie's like, we thought there was going to be a fight. And then Moxley's like, I'm out of here, I'm leaving. He's busted wide open, of course. Can't have a Moxley match without him bleeding. And he was bleeding like the first 3 to 5 minutes in the match. So then he leaves, and then Eddie goes right after him, and we'll get more in a minute with that. Move on. Alright, after that, we go to the dreaded parking lot, where we have Renee Paquette in the parking lot. Adam Cole, baby! He comes in the car. And then MJF comes in another car, almost hits Adam Cole's car. And, MJF's like, hey, can we hang out? Let's be buds. Let's have a bonding moment. And Cole's like, okay, sure. Okay, Max, fine. And then he's like, I got you a present there, Adam. And he brings out a Better Than You, baby shirt, which is now available on AEWshop.com. $25. It's a good price. I might get it. I might, but we'll see. Money's tight right now, but we'll see. Anyway, so he leaves. Well, Adam Cole's like, oh, jeez, I'm out of here. So he leaves, and I'm just like, I got him. So we'll see what happens with them as the Blind Eliminator tournament begins this coming week. Got all that. We'll move on. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then, once again, we go to the back where Renee is with her husband, Jon Moxley, and Claudio, and Wheeler Yuta, and she is pissed! I mean, is it that time of the month, Renee? Seriously? She is really pissed off. Eddie comes in, they start yelling at each other, and then Renee's like, stop it! Stop! Shut up! And then, Mox is like, ah, fuck this, I'm out of here. And then, like Moxley was overheard saying, who cares about some Shikara bullshit? Oh. We all remember Shikara. We all remember that dead promotion that was basically gone. It's dead anyway. Where Claudio was there. Eddie was the grand champion of Shikara. So they had they had matches there in Shikara and CCW. And really, Eddie and Claudio do not like each other ever since then. So we get that, and then so Moxley leaves in a huff, and then Renee goes right up to Eddie's face and says, "I'm tired of this. I'm out of here. I'm tired of this bullshit. Fix it." I don't know if there's any way you can fix this, there, Renee. I don't think so. Because there's no way you can control Eddie Kingston. That guy's a maniac. Why don't you ask Mia Yim how that feels, huh? She knows from experience the tumultuous relationship they had. Domestic violence and everything. Sad. Way back in the day. Way before even Keith Lee came into the picture. But Eddie, you fucked up on Mia Yim. You fucked up. I mean, he's now married to another girl. God forbid he's beating the fucking shit out of her. But it is what it is. Eddie really needs help, man. He does. He's a crazy bastard. He has his demons, and I don't know if he'll ever be happy. He'll ever be happy with wrestling. Wrestling's always got, but he's a maniac. He needs to tranquilo. Take it easy. I don't think he ever will. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Then we get a video on the epic match of the year match between Kenny and Will Ocean Spray Ospreay from Forbidden Door, as Ospreay won the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. And we might get a third match at All In, I should say, in Wembley. That's hometown of Mr. Will Ospreay. We'll see what happens with that. We'll move on. Alright, then we go to match number, I believe this is match number 1. I don't even know what match. Match number 2, I should say. We had a trios match with the All International Champion, my good friend Orange Cassidy, and the AAA Mega Champion El Hijo del Vikingo and Keith Lee. Taking on the Jericho Appreciation Society of the Dancing Fool, the man that dances better than Alex Wright and Disco Inferno combined. That's Daniel Garcia, as he teams up with 2.0 Angelo Bucker and Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. If you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard, ask him. He's on YouTube. Ask him. Hard. No. I think we all know what makes his nipples hard. I don't want to know, but I think we know. His wife. But I digress. Anyway, it was a pretty decent match. Cassidy doing his usual shit. El Hijo the Vikingo doing his flippy dippity doos. Go see you dancing and everything. I'm like, come on. But long as fuck match. It didn't really need to be that long. 13-minute match. Garcia hits a pile driver on Orange Cassidy for a near fall. Locks in the Dragon Tamer, but El Vikingo breaks that up. And then Matt Maynard hit some clotheslines that really did not have any effect, even on Keith Lee. And then Keith Lee hits the Supernova. I don't know what that move is, but I guess he renamed the move. Now it's called the Supernova. 1, 2, 3, finishes up Matt Maynard, and that's it. So Orange Cassidy, El Hijo the Vikingo, and Orange Cassidy get the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, then we go to the Hung Bucks of the 3/4 of the Elite. Hangman Adam Page doing some cowboy shit and the Young Bucks, wearing the shirt, of course, of Matt and Nick Jackson. They issue a 6-man tag team match, a trios open challenge to anybody. And then the Dark Order, the remnants of that, they come in and interrupt. They start yelling at the Bucks, who then leave. And then they start yelling at Hangman Adam Page for not talking to them anymore. And Johnny Hungy and Alex Jones like, oh, we might be your friends, but tonight we are opponents. We gotta kick your ass. Right. And that's pretty much it. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go backstage. We have Chris Jericho, the Wizard, and Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God. They're ready to face Sting and Darby Allin in a Tornado Tag Team match. Because Jericho and Sting are not done with each other yet. Oh, but it's not regular Chris Jericho, it's the Pain Maker! So, we got that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the Dark Order against the Elite. Not the greatest match in the world. The Elite get the win. After the Bucks come back in, they hit the BTE trigger on Johnny Hungy. And then Adam Page comes in with a buckshot lariat. 1, 2, 3. They get the win. Match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. But as soon as Johnny Hungy came in, he beat the fuck out of Adam Page. I mean, legit stiff shots. I don't like, what are you doing? You don't return my phone calls, I'm gonna kick your ass. Get over it. He's done with you guys. You guys are garbage. But we move on. Alright, so like I said, 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, the Blackpool Cut Club come in for a beatdown. As the Dark Order just watches on and does nothing. Moxley busts out the screwdriver and then starts gouging at Page again. I don't know if it's around the eye area or just the head. Page is busted wide open again. As Adam Page is like, hey, you guys gonna help me? Dark Order's like, no, we're done with you. And then Moxley gets on the mic and issues the challenge for Blood and Guts 3, July 19th. So it'll be the Blackpool Cut Club and Takeshita against the Young Bucks and Eddie Kingston. I don't know if it'll be 4-on-4 or 5-on-5. So it'll probably be a rematch for Forbidden Door if we get, Ishii and Umino to come in for the match, but we'll have to see what happens with that next week. Move on. Alright, then we got a video on the Owen Hart men's tournament, which is gearing up this coming week. Got that. Alright, then we go to the parking lot again. Adam Cole, baby, is leaving, and he runs up to his good buddy, Roddy. And then MJF comes in, and he says, hey, partner. Hey, generic white guy. Wow, really? Really, MJF? So MJF comes up and says, hey, we should get out of here. And Cole says, well, I'm going to get out of here. And then he wishes Roddy luck in his match with Samoa Joe on Collision tomorrow. We all know Joe's going to win that. And he faces Punk next weekend. Oh, that's going to be solid and epic. I can't wait for that. But we get that. So I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we go to Jungle Man Jack Perry. He comes out, and he does his best Shane Douglas impersonation. Cut the fucking music! And if you don't like it, you can suck my ass! Well, he didn't say that, but he said, cut the fucking music! So, he's basically, in full heel mode now. He's like, So you may not like me, but I'm banging the hottest bitch in this place, meaning Anna Jay, with that flat ass, and bad attitude. Lucky you. He's like, did I turn on Hook, or did Hook turn on me? Or did you guys turn on me? Basically, the fans did. It's like, I've been cost the world title twice, and has to see Hook hold up his winky-dink, unrecognized FTW title. So he calls Hook a fraud. And Jungle Boy's like, when I get my hands on you, and then Hook comes out and runs him off. All the way to the back, where Jungle Man Jack Perry dives, like good dive by the way. Hey, you could slide for the Mets. But I digress. Anyway, by the way, the Mets are winning 2-1 against the Giants. Nobody cares. So Jungle Man dives into a raiding car, and that car goes zoom out the door. And then freaking Hook goes berserk and starts throwing things. He threw a trash can at a guy that looked like Veer. You know, the security guard in the parking lot, like throwing things. Like, what are you doing? I didn't even give you a squishy. So yeah, guy looked like Veer. He came, he saw, and he went again. And he left. He came, he saw, and he left. That's what Veer and Sanga and Jinder My Balls are doing on Raw. They come, they fight, they leave, or you don't see them for a few weeks. But it is what it is, so we'll see what happens with that. So I gave that segment 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's it. Then we go to the death slot. With the women, we have Ruby Soho. She was supposed to take on Britt Baker, but Britt Baker was sick and could not compete. So that match is going to happen next week on the program. So Ruby Soho takes on local girl Alexia Nicole, beats her in 2 goddamn minutes, and sends a message to Britt as she wins with the lockjaw. And that's it. Match I gave 2 out of 5 stars because I didn't really give 2 shits about it. And then they spray paint this poor girl, and then Ruby gets on the mic, cuts a great promo, complaining about Britt not being here, and blames those Canadian germs. The smoke! Anyway, it says, well, we can fight next week. I'm ready to beat you and hurt you again. Ruby says, I've never been better, but Britt is a shell of her former self, and she promises violence next week. Let's see what happens with that. Let me move on. Alright, then we go to the back, where we have Johnny TV, Johnny Mundo, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Casey Jones, or whatever you want to call him, John Hennigan, whatever you want to call him. He's ready to help take out the Hardy Boys. Actually, it's Matt Hardy and Brother Zay on Rampage. I thought it was just Matt and Jeff. I guess Jeff's not doing the match. So it's Matt Hardy and Brother Zay tonight on Rampage against Johnny TV and QT Marshall Not. In a match I could care less about. So that segment I didn't even care about, so I'm not going to rate it. Let me move on. Alright, then we get a rundown of what's coming up on the shows coming up this weekend and next week. Then we get to the Tornado Tag Team Match Playa, the main event. This was barbaric. Between Sting and Darby and Sammy Guevara, Spanish God, and the Painmaker, Chris Jericho. They beat the crap out of each other. Sting and Jericho fighting with the bats in the corner and everything. That was fun. And then tables are set up at ringside. Sting climbs the ladder. Well, Darby was going to dive onto, I believe it was Sammy, and Sting's like, no, let me do it. I'm 64. Let me do it. Darby's like, okay, old man, go do it. And Sting dives off the ladder and crashes through one of the tables onto Sammy, but like he oh my god, it looked terrible. 64-year-old Sting should not be doing that. I don't care how old you are. You're not, first of all, you're not Terry Funk, who, by the way, birthday today. Happy birthday, Terry Funk! 80-some-odd-year-old Terry Funk! Legend Terry Funk, forever! You know. Okay, Terry, calm down, eat your cake. Go watch some old tapes of you and Onita and exploring barbed wire matches, you know. You know, hang out with Cactus. Cactus, I hate that guy. Terry, why do you hate me so much? I hate you, Cactus. Settle down. Anyway, we move on with that. So yeah, happy birthday to Terry Funk. That's it. Alright, so like I said, Sting should not have done this spot because he came off, hit Sammy flushed through the one table and his mouth cracked through the other table. He was bleeding like a motherfucker. Ugh. And everybody's like, oh my God, he's dead. And then Darby goes on the lat, gets sent face first into the ladder in the corner. A standing cover drop hits the skateboard. Ow. And then Jericho hits the Judas effect on Darby, sends him to the outside. Sting comes back in, and he's still alive. And Jericho puts the walls of Jericho on Sting until a back shot breaks it up. Then Sting fires up with a Stinger splash in the corner. But Jericho comes back with a code breaker for a near fall. But Sting comes back, gets a near fall of his own, off a Scorpion Death Drop. Then counts a code breaker into the Scorpion Death Block, and Jericho tapped out at just under 13 minutes. Match was crazy. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. But like I said, Sting should not be diving off things and taking all these crazy bumps at 64 years old. Steve Borden, stop it. Stop it. Retire, for the love of God. Please, retire. There's nothing left to prove. There's nothing left to prove. The retirement tour should start right now. Stop. Just please, for the love of God, stop doing those types of moves, please. Because you're going to hurt yourself and really hurt yourself to the point where you're done. You're done. Stop, please. Anyway, we move on. So like I said, 3 out of 5 stars for the match. And that's pretty much it for Dynamite. Alright, so my final rating for Dynamite, I'm going to give it a solid 6.5 out of 10 stars. Let me know what you guys think of the show down below in the comment section. And that's pretty much it. Alright, we got SmackDown coming up in about 7 minutes, so I'm going to go watch SmackDown right now. I will do that review tomorrow, probably maybe tomorrow night, after, well, maybe tomorrow or Sunday, I don't know, because I'm so backed up. I got to do Money in the Bank tomorrow, predictions. I got to do the review tomorrow night as well, and Collision. So, a lot of videos coming away tomorrow. Sunday, I will do SmackDown and Rampage. So, before I go out my Sunday dinner and everything. So, a lot of videos coming away, so hit that bell so you don't miss a goddamn thing. And that's it. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. Check out my first video, my Darren Drozdov tribute, in the link below. And that's it. So thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you guys next time. Peace. And if you're not down with that, well, fuck you, man. Adios. Peace.